I want to begin, in fact, with Vivek Srivastav and the other representatives of the Congress party. Vivek Srivastav, let me first ask you, sir. The opposition, it appears, is going out of its way to give Pakistan all the accolades for Operation Sindoor. Are you so politically insecure? Are you so politically insecure that you'll sell your country out so that you can look good? Isn't this shameful? What do you mean no?
No.
No, what do you mean no?
It is not the question of number one. Yeah, now let me speak. Number one.
No, आपको छुट-पुट लगा.
Opposition की बात
1 second, is opposition, no, hang on, is Operation Sindoor छुट-पुट?
Why not?
Why not?
I endorse what Mallikarjun Kharge has said, because despite the valor and the bravado of the armed forces, there was a failure on the part of the Foreign Ministry, the External Affairs Ministry. Not a single country supported India. We were isolated. Vishwaguru, after travelling 168 foreign visits, there was nobody coming out and saying, "Hum Hindustan ke saath hain."
What is that got to do with the Operation Sindoor? Please.
Of
One
course,
second,
we will
don't muddle
criticize the
issues.
government. It is my country.
Operation Sindoor.
It is my country.
Just relax, calm down,
and if
calm
you
down.
try
Don't get hysterical.
If you try to go,
listen, don't get
down
hysterical.
In front of Trump, I will
don't
ask you
get hysterical. Calm down. Calm down. Don't get hysterical. People who lose their shirt are losing the argument. You know this better than anyone else. So just calm down.
No.
Don't lose your shirt. I want to ask you a question. Operation Sindoor, excuse me, sir. Operation Sindoor is India's response militarily to Pakistan's provocation. Kharge says it was a chhut-put response. A chhut-put response. This is a political party, viewers. This is a political party. This is a political party that could not bring itself to act after 26/11. It was frozen. Its turbulence was frozen. And they are sitting in judgment of an operation that is redefined. Military strategy, military doctrine.
We did not bow down in front of the Americans.
You didn't do anything. What were you going to go down? You went down in front of the Pakistanis at Sharm el-Sheikh. You went down in front of the Pakistanis in Sharm el-Sheikh.
The government has been making a fool of the people. नहीं sir, 10 साल से उल्लू बना रही है ये सरकार. अखंड भारत. Can I come in? बलूचिस्तान अलग, सिंध अलग, POK हमारा, भारत ही भारत. And in the end, you go down, touch the feet of Donald Trump, and Papa Trump tells you, keep quiet and have a ceasefire, and you do it.
I want you to see, viewers, I want you to see some pictures now. I want us to see the pictures of India's attack.
Thailand, Americans with them. Who was with us?
Okay. Hysteria personified tonight. Those who shout loudest, viewers, have something to hide. This is Noor Khan Air Base, Rawalpindi, blown to smithereens under the nose of that man who's promoting himself. I would have hung myself in shame, viewers. There's an old, and before I bring in Sanju Verma, let me bring in a military man who has taken a shot for this country. I actually want to hear from General G.D. Bakshi. Sanju Verma ji, we must give space tonight to G.D. Bakshi, who's taken a bullet for this country, who has lost family members to this country, for this country, and against this terror outfit in Pakistan. And I want him to respond to what Kharge has said, to what Vivek Srivastav has said, to what Mufti has said, who has one leg, viewers, in Pakistan, by the looks of it. Yes, General Saab, General Bakshi.
You know, Rahul, I find all this business a bit bizarre, surreal, right? You know, I know it is the job of the opposition to oppose, but all that changes when there is a war, there is a conflict with a hostile enemy country. Then we sink our differences, all parties, we get together, we speak in one voice, there are no discordant notes, there are no dissonance in our narratives, there is just one Indian narrative. You know, we don't create a situation where Pakistan is every day quoting your party spokesman on their television to say that India is telling a tissue of lies, India is telling a bunch of lies and we bashed India, this, that and the rest of it, right? look, if you want to follow the Pakistani like Vivek, please see that Pakistan has promoted General Asim Munir to Field Marshal. They think it is such an important conflict, such an important war. So at least follow the Pakistani, parrot the Pakistani line if you want to do that. They are saying हमने Field Marshal बना दिया है Asim Munir को. It is such an important war.
Are you happy with the ceasefire?
And after we
Are you
had...
happy with the ceasefire?
Are
you happy with the ceasefire?
But then I don't go around yelling like you.
When the army was moving
No,
forward.
I may have wanted...
You
Achha, now
should.
Stop. I
You
have heard
should
you
speak
with
for the
patience.
army.
I have heard you with patience.
And you should expose these
Don't yell. Don't raise your voice. Don't raise your voice. I can raise it louder than yours. All right?
Speak for the
like
army
a
today.
gentleman.
Speak for the
I'll
army.
answer you like a
The
gentleman.
ceasefire was a sell-off.
So the army, okay, I don't mince any words. I would have been perhaps happier if we had gone in for 2-3 days longer. Okay? But I don't go around tom-tomming that till you provoke me. You know, this operation is not over. We are still in the midst of a war. And don't tell me what I should and I should not. Why did the Congress party do nothing after 26/11? You should have hit back. Don't give us all that big balloony stories. You were a bunch of cowards. You didn't do Fanny Adams. All right? You understand what FA means?
No.
Fanny Adams, I'm telling you. What did you do after 26/11? अरे क्या किया आपने जब हमारे 166 शहीद हो गए? कुछ नहीं किया. किलोटन डोसियर भेजे और हमको सिखा रहे हो.
नहीं बहुत किया जनरल साहब, इन्होंने बहुत किया. Let me tell you what they did. Let me tell you what they did. They went to Sharm el-Sheikh. They went to Sharm el-Sheikh and they sold India out completely. This is what they did. Viewers, there's a man called Nehru. I don't want to go back so much in time. The IWT, for which these people are so concerned that we are blocking Pakistan's water and the poor people who live down the river, etc., will not get human rights violation, all blah, blah, blah. This is what they've been saying. And you know what Nehru did? He not only gave Pakistan 80% of the water, viewers, but he also gave them money to build infrastructure, to build canals, to take our water. Viewers, that man gave away a UNSC seat. That man, viewers, took Kashmir to the UNSC, where we have been locked. His daughter wins a war which was not won by her. They are talking about, ceasefire. They gave away 93,000 POWs for nothing. Viewers.
They were prisoners of war, sir.
So,
a war crime.
you can't. So, hang on. What crime is it, sir? If I ask for property, no. If I ask for my own property in exchange for these people, hey, listen, you. You say that China is holding prisoners of war. China held prisoners of war. It continues to. It continues to incarcerate Muslims, feed them pork. तुम्हारी आवाज नहीं निकलती उस time.
No. Don't shift the ball.
Listen. I'm not shifting any point. People do what they have to do. Countries have to do what they have to do in their national interest. We had an opportunity. You can skewer Modi all you want and say that you should not have declared a ceasefire. Go ask Rahul Gandhi and his ilk. Why is it that Indira Gandhi gave away 93,000 POWs and got nothing back?
Rahul, that's okay. That had to be done.
That had to be done. You wanted to sign off POK.
They were prisoners of war.
Yes, you wanted to sign off POK, sir. Fair.
Yes,
that had to be done.
It was a deal.
Listen,
Shimla agreement was signed for peace.
Listen, my dear friend.
agreement was
Listen,
signed
my
for
dear
peace.
friend. Listen, my dear friend.
No.
Listen,
Not in Kashmir, don't you know that?
Yeah, General. Yes, General. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, look, what had to be done was that after 26/11, you should have followed the advice of your Air Chief Marshal Fali Homi Major and attack terror targets in Pakistan. Did you do that? You have a right to cast stones. If you have acted in your time, you have done nothing. You only whine diplomatically, man. So how are you finding fault? How are you finding
They
fault?
actually did a lot more.
The veterans are a different
They
category.
crossed the border.
We have been fighting all
They crossed
all
the border,
through.
General Saab.
So
They
if
crossed
we
the
have
border.
to ask questions,
They crossed
we
the
will ask
border
it
to
of
have
our,
biryani.
soldiers.
They've crossed the border to have biryani. They have crossed the border repeatedly to hug
नहीं,
a former,
आपने क्या किया
a
यार?
former
What had to be
general,
done?
the army
Yes,
chief.
After 26/11, we
Nothing.
had to attack.
Okay.
We had to hit Pakistan.
Sanju
Did you do
Verma
that?
comes in.
Did
I
you
want
do
to
that?
also bring in Sheikh